Today we're going to talk about why we should eat vegetables. Well, there's a million reasons why we should eat vegetables. They're actually called nature's best health food. All right, but one of the reasons why is they're so high in nutrients and minerals, and they're very low in calorie, which means they're calorie dense. You want to eat foods that are packed with nutrients and minerals that are so healthy for you while they're low on calories, instead of eating food that are high in calories that don't have much nutrition, like say a donut would be very high in calories and very low in nutrition, where broccoli would be very high in nutrition and very low in calories. All vegetables have vitamins, minerals, fiber, and something cool called phytonutrients. Phytonutrients and phytos actually help fight against cancer, help reduce the risk of cancer, so that's very important too. Okay, you can eat as much vegetables as you want. If you took a big giant bowl of spinach like this, that's all you ate was the spinach, it still wouldn't be very many calories. You will never gain weight off eating just plain vegetables. Calories in the vegetables are so low that you actually burn pretty much just as much calories eating them as you do taking them in. There's some of the vegetables out there that are even negative calories, which I mean by that is celery is so low in calories that when you eat it, you burn more calories than eating it. So it's a negative calorie food. You'll lose weight eating celery. It's just how it goes. It's so low in calories. And by the way, since the fiber is so high in vegetables, it makes you feel full. So it's going to make you not eat as much of those high calorie foods that are low in nutrition. So if you fill up on vegetables, you don't have to worry about gaining weight. It's not going to happen unless you're eating a bunch of high calorie foods. But you're not going to gain a bunch of weight if you're eating a diet high in vegetables. So like I said, they're called a free food for dieters. If you're a dieter out there, they're called a free food. What it means by free food is you can eat as much as you want. Like I said, because of the fiber in there, it makes you feel full. And fiber, I like to say fiber acts like Drano for your body. So you have a sink that gets clogged up. You know, maybe your dad shaves or whatever goes on in the sink, or the bathroom shower, mom shaves, or hair falls out when they take a shower, and it clogs the drains. And the drains gets clogged, and before the water used to flush down real easy, and now the water barely flushes down. That's because the drain gets clogged. Well, the same things happen to arteries. Our heart's got all these arteries that go through our body, and we keep eating greasy, fatty foods and high sugar foods that cause inflammation in the body. All that grease and gunk gets stuck in our arteries. So you got an artery that all gets stuck inside, and then it keeps on closing and closing and closing and closing and closing, and eventually it closes shut. And when your artery closes shut, you have these terrible things from cardiovascular disease called heart attacks and stroke. So by eating vegetables and fruit as well, and other high fiber foods that have all these insoluble and soluble fibers, what happens when you eat them, the fiber attaches to that gunk and helps flush it out. And on top of that, why exercising is important, because if you're always sitting like I am now, my heart's not beating very fast. It's beating slow. I'm not doing much. But if I go outside and run around real fast, my heart's going to beat really fast. And if I have a fast heartbeat, because I'm exercising, and I'm eating a lot of fiber, it's like turning the water on high in your faucet while throwing Drano in. It's going to flush all that gunk out of there. It's going to get rid of all the garbage, all that crud. Same thing as having a lot of fiber and exercising. It's going to flush all that garbage out of your arteries and keep them clean. So you have a way less chance of developing what's probably the leading cause of death in this country is cardiovascular disease, heart attacks and strokes. So that's another great reason to have fiber in your diet. And most Americans do not eat enough fiber. And one of the biggest reasons is a lot of people don't eat the vegetables like they're supposed to. And don't worry if you don't like one vegetable. There's so many vegetables out there. There's lots of them you probably haven't even heard of, like watercress is one of the highest nutritional vegetables out there. Maybe you never had a beet. It's full of nitrates, good for your heart. There's a bunch of different kind of things. It's just not broccoli and cauliflower or spinach. You could have eggplant. You could put eggplant parmesan. Kind of tastes like a pizza. You could have different ways to make your vegetables. Like personally, I love to put this stuff called ghee, which is kind of like a butter, but all natural, organic. It has some health benefits. Use that steamed broccoli, put some ghee on it, a little salt and pepper. Of course, I use either pink Himalayan salt or sea salt because they have some benefits because of mineral content. And then put a little cheese on top. Melt it up. I'm telling you, it tastes amazing. Changes the whole concept of how broccoli tastes. My daughter loves it. So you can find different ways to make vegetables taste good. But be careful when you start putting ghee on it and cheese and stuff. Remember, it's not going to be as low in calorie, which it's okay as long as you're eating properly in the right portion sizes, you'll be fine. But just, the vegetable itself, broccoli, is super low in calorie. But now when I put that ghee on there, it's a little higher, see? So stuff like that can cause it to be higher. Same as you're eating a salad. Salad's very low in calorie, but if you're putting fattening ranch or Caesar dressing on there, it's going to be high in calories. So if you're looking to maintain a correct body weight, you may want to choose a different salad dressing or something on there, like a balsamic vinegar that's lower in calorie and lower in fat. All right, good thing about vegetables too is they have complex carbs. What are complex carbs? I told you in another video about carbohydrates. Well, carbohydrates that are complex have a long chain of carbohydrates, and it's hard to break it down. Therefore, your body burns this energy slowly and less likely to spike your insulin, and less likely to turn to fat, and less likely to crash from getting tired. Remember, simple carbohydrates like white bread or white rice or definitely sugar or drinking stuff like pop will spike your insulin really high, give you a quick burst of energy, and more likely to turn to fat, and also you're more likely to get tired after you eat those faster because they don't last very long. The energy goes away quite quick. Again, vegetables are so important. Figure out a way to eat them. There's a million different vegetables out there. Well, not a million, but there is actually like 100 at least. You can research that. There's so many different kinds. Put them in your diet. They're going to help reduce risk of cancer because of phytonutrients. It'll help you keep you full from the fiber. They're going to keep you healthy from your immune system. It's got all the vitamins and nutrients and antioxidants for your immune system. And like I said, they're called Nature's Best Health Foods. Nature's Best Health Foods. I recommend you eat some kind of vegetable every meal if you can. You can make an omelet for breakfast and put veggies in there, like a farmer's omelet. Try to have vegetables in every time you get a chance to eat. They're so good for you and so overlooked. Find some that you like, that way you eat them. I hope you understand vegetables more now, and have a great day. And don't forget to get out and exercise and get moving. All these things help. Stay healthy. Bye.